Okay, so how many times do you know of just like off the top of your head? How many times do you
At
think you've
least
heard that she's
three.
gotten? Sorry,
Yeah, at
it's
least three.
just yeah.
No, but what was Jack though was apparently, and she doesn't talk about the. Oh yes, okay. I'll say this, and then I'll jump to this other thing that hit me. So what's messed up is apparently her twin flame wasn't there when it was a conga line of demons that showed up and told her to bend over, and
Sorry, you didn't have to say conga line.
well, I mean that's kind of what it was. She said it was hundreds of demons, so it's like I'm sorry, I just picture a line and people with tickets like who's
There's not
next.
that many. It's just not.
You know, like, so I think of a conga line, and she said a few humans were in there too. So, hey, Bill, hey, Johnny, come on, you ready? Yeah, let's do it. You know, so that's what I think. But anyway, her twin flame wasn't there because he was cheating on her with some, and this is her own words, not mine, some hot model chick who's
Okay, so
perfect in
wait.
every way.
So a dead man that is, I guess you'd say, angelic enough to be on the astral realm, right?
Yeah.
Somebody that's passed over, and but they're trying to make themselves like right. Wouldn't she say like an angel? So he's trying to evolve himself, but he's still cheating.
Mind you, this was
How do you
before.
cheat on the astral realm
I
anyway, though?
I don't know, but this was before the angel training. Apparently,
Oh, okay,
her
okay.
story has changed slightly, but yeah.
I'm
So
so
what she did when she found out, was she got the guy, because remember she's powerful. She's God there, so she's
yeah,
powerful, and
yeah.
he's like, "I'm sorry, babe. I got to make it up for you." And she said, "You know what you're gonna do? What? All the pain and everything I felt, you're gonna feel." So somehow she threw him in a freaking pit, and
Ah,
and yeah, she pretty much told him to bend over. And apparently, angels showed up and other spirits and all of them. They said,
she's God, but yet she acted like Satan throwing him in
yeah,
the
and
pit.
said, no,
Or is
no.
it, well, God would you throw you in the pit, I
Yeah, so
guess.
they were trying to stop her. Said, no, you shouldn't do this. This is wrong. She's like, no, he has to. If he wants to win me back, he has to feel what I felt. And apparently, the dude, he even
But
said,
isn't she supposedly like against black magic because that is pretty much how black magic
well, no,
works?
she's just using her mind to enact punishment. That's not magic. That's her on the astral realm using her mind powers.
Oh
But
my god!
she straight up like, yeah, he's taking it, and the guy's like, everyone stop! I need to do this. Like, what? This has
I
to
need to
happen.
make him pain.
Yeah, so
Ew.
yeah, she did it to him, and the guy got it. He got the conga line, and yeah, so she's like, I only gave him a second. I was like, really? Like, you are cold hearted, man.
I just okay. I couldn't handle it. I would, but I can only. I wonder what it's like in her brain for 5 minutes.
I don't think you want to go there.
I wouldn't.
I
No,
mean,
I
snort
want
some
somebody else to
acid or
experience it for
something.
me. I don't know what drug that would be. It would have to be. I don't know because like well, it sounds like all her trips. If it was acid, it would be really bad trips because nothing has ever been good. Um, she got her. What was it? Her jaw was broke by
Yeah,
this one demon recently,
yeah, she
or
got punched in the gut extremely hard. Her
he
jaw
choked
was
her
broken.
electronically. It's my favorite.
He had partially had his way with her, I guess.
Yes, and then he electronically. Well, with electricity. Wait, was it like?
Electricity.
Yeah, he choked her with electricity.
Well, no, no, no. He choked her twin flame
With
with the
electricity.
electricity, and and in the first book, uh,
She
apparent.
must have watched Constantine.
That's what I'm thinking. Like in the first book, though, like Lucifer himself almost had his way with her, and somehow
Do you
she
have the
fought out.
Constantine? I have a friend that has the Constantine, the old comics. I would like to read those and just because I'm telling you, she's getting these ideals from somewhere, and she's, you know what I mean? Like, it has made her popular in her own right on YouTube. Now, I've noticed that it's a lot of sad sounding people that are just looking for answers, and unfortunately, they're getting answers from a person that absolutely knows nothing of what they speak. She may have had, she might have had experiences, but the experiences that she's explaining are not anything that I've ever come in contact with. In fact, recently I was with a friend. We had went into a metaphysical shop, and we're walking past one area, and and he goes, "I want you to figure out." And he's like, "Walk around this area." Kind of told me which area of the building it was in, and I stopped. I said, "Right here makes the back of my head hurt." Not like bad, but it's like it's kind of like just vibrating. It was very weird, pulsy type feel to my head. And I said, "What the hell is here?" So when it being a metaphysical shop, the people who have the shop could have put up wards to protect it from anybody negative coming in the shop, whatnot. Or it could be that they're after hours teaching classes that are, I have no problem, but like more dark path, like left hand path things that people would most would consider bad. But it's definitely that it left a residual energy there that when I walked past, I felt it because he wanted to make sure that he wasn't crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you wanted to make sure you felt. I was like, oh hell yeah! Like the back of my head's because I kept looking. They had these beautiful. They were like some of them were like little Buddha type statues, and a couple were Shiva and so forth. And I'm going, not this, not this, but it's really in this area. What the heck is going on? And so I'm thinking he was probably right on when it came to doing classes in there, um, because it didn't feel quite like I would think a ward would feel. But you just definitely felt that she never talks about anything like that. She talks about something that is monster scary and creepy and so forth. Well, like with me at my house lately, I don't know if it's, it could be, I get different spirits that will try to get my attention. And there's one cabinet door that's always open in the middle of the night, every night. And it just bugs me. It doesn't scare me, and he's not beating me up on the ass for realm.
No,
He is getting
clearly
my
it's
attention.
it's your twin
Right, he
flame.
just leaves the door. And it's more annoying than anything. He leaves one cabinet door open, and I'm like, I know you're here, but I'm not getting what you. You're leaving a cat. You're just annoying me. You're not telling me what I need to know. Like, get my attention some other way, but don't beat me up on the ass or realm. Pretty please. Like, her experiences are totally different than anybody that I know has ever had.
Yeah, I've spoken to a couple of pretty different people who have experiences in the field and everything, and I have never once
They
heard.
all think she's a lunatic.
Well, this is pre her, but I mean, nothing they say is similar to anything she said. That's about it. And I don't know if you've Well, I know you wouldn't notice this because you don't actually follow her because you'll
I
puke.
try. No, I try.
But I
No, you,
do
you like to do
because
this to me.
yeah, I do mostly just to torture you, and I think it's hilarious. I don't take her seriously, but
And no.
I did notice that a change happened with her when I first came across her. She talked about how she met with Jesus or Yeshua, excuse me, my God, and then of course she
Yeah,
met
yes, you
face to
are.
face with God, and then Archangel
Yeah.
Michael, whom she still talks about, and then
Uh,
something happened where. And she didn't mention her guides for a good while. And then all of a sudden, she mentions her guides and all that. She's always
but
mentioned her
she's
twin
not
flame.
Christian. She'll over and over repeat she's not Christian.
But there are definitely Christian influences. Um,
Uh, yeah.
so then,
Jesus hasn't come to me in a long time.
well, to be fair, he's not Christian either.
No.
So, I mean, he wouldn't. But
Hey
you're not
now.
Christian, so wait a second. Anyway.
I could have been insulted by that. And but I would probably get more of a Loki or an Odin or yeah.
Yeah,
Like we're
so, I mean, this is saying something. He's more likely to come to me, and he's not coming to me. So,
right though. That's what blows my mind is like, okay, this is what I'm saying. Is her ego is so hyped that her importance level in her head is Yeshua.
yeah,
Jesus, God,
so what
Mark
happened?
Angel Michael. Yeah.
So what happened is she had some type of
And
falling
like
out.
Hitler.
What was his name? She had a falling out with her twin
Oh
flame and her guides
God.
because apparently they lied about something, and it turns out that she was speaking to a fake Archangel Michael, and the real one showed up to explain what was going on and all that stuff.
But
And
she's an expert. How would she not know he was a fake?
I don't know. And this
She is
happened.
a medium and she lets you know that every 5 minutes.
This happened around the time of a significant event. I won't say what, but and unfortunately, and this
Oh.
hurt me. This one, this one, I almost broke down because I'm an animal lover, and
Oh, is this where she left her cat out in the cold and dying?
yes, yes, yes,
Bitch.
and
Sorry, she's a bitch. I'm sorry. You know me and my Kuro. I would go out and I would, if his little butt was out in the cold, and I don't care if there's an earthquake or what, I went out looking and attack. Well, Texas thunderstorms can turn into a tornado quick. I've looked for my baby out. It don't matter. I
yeah.
can't make it without him. I'm not going to leave him out in this. No way.
So
Animal. Ugh.
so a
Yeah, that
vision.
made me mad too.
Yeah, she said that she received the vision from her guides or whomever, and it was like, oh no, my cat died, and he's in heaven now, and all that stuff, and I was really upset. Like that was the first time, like I was actually mad at this chick. Other than that, and come to find out, a week or two later, the cat's okay. Went home, showed the
Yeah.
pictures. Like, what the heck? Like, I mean, I was
Surprise,
happy.
surprise, she was wrong.
Yeah. So and I'm surprised she even talked about it, but I guess kudos to her. I don't
I was
know.
really shocked that she admitted because I remember you telling me, no, the cat's okay. I'm like, what? She admitted it that she was wrong
Yeah. So, but I'm
because it's
happy.
not like her. Which I give her props on that because it 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 happens to the best of us, but to her, it's never happened where she was
No.
wrong.
And
But I think she was getting a lot of flack about leaving her cat out in the cold. I really do.
possibly.
I do. I think that's what happened.
So, after that, because she said that her guides gave her wrong advice, they lied to her, came up with some excuse. She's like, I'm
Oh
done with
gosh.
you. I'm not trusting them or speaking to them again, or the twin flame who cheated on her repeatedly to the point where she got a wedding ring and she destroyed it. No joke.
Oh my
This is
god.
legit. I wish I was making that up, but she actually did that. The proof is on her Instagram. Anyway, so after this, I noticed she stopped saying like God and everything. Every now and then she would say Yeshua, and she didn't really talk about Archangel Michael and all that. But then all of a sudden, and this is something I never heard from her, and I hear from other people. And I'm trying to figure out who started to talk about this that she picked up on it, but she would say something like, "Spirit tells us that we must embrace ourselves." And like, spirit? When did you start saying that? Spirit knows. Like, spirit?
Oh god.
And it's like, when did this happen?
She was just, which there's nothing with the white. There's nothing wrong with white lady. I've done the white lady myself, but it's like she was listening to some. Yeah, she was listening to some videos, and that's where I'm telling you, none of her ideas, none of her stuff is original. Um, I would reading her book. I bet there is all kinds of plagiarism in it. To be quite honest,
Uh, Yes, actually, there was one thing, and I even mentioned this in the review, which I guess you guys know who it is now. Not like we were really trying to hide it, but um,
Come
um,
at me.
it
Let's spar.
it was one part that I know it came from somewhere else, and I think I mentioned it in the review, or if I did, I might have cut it out actually, but
Yeah.
it's definitely something that she got wrong. And I was like, wait a second, you took this from here and you didn't even put it in quotes. Like, come on, lady.
And she gave no credit to who it came from?
No. But
Of course not.
yeah, so but she reads a
What?
lot of the Warren stuff. I can't say that.
Well, and I all due respect with the war and stuff. Now, what I will say is, okay, she claims to be a demonologist, correct?
Yes.
Okay. When I told you everything. I've been through mentorship, meaning my mentor has a PhD. He is in metaphysics. He has a, like he's doctorates in metaphysics. I'm like so proud, because, and he's very, very knowledgeable. The way we touched base on when it comes to, we would, like you would in any kind of school, that you would touch base on when it comes to astral projection, auras, photo, what is it called? I always get it wrong. That where I read photos very well. Um, psychometry, psychometry, something like that. And because I can touch items and things like that, and I can actually get readings off of those at times as well too. We went through all the different archangels, all of the, because there's the seraphims, or I can't even, I've still got my study guide, my study book. And I mean, I don't think, and I could be wrong, but I would almost guarantee she's not been through any sort of a mentorship
She
at all.
hasn't. According to her, she gets all her information from her guides and Twin
Oh
Flame and
God.
God Himself and Yeshua and Archangel Michael. So, now, mind you, this is what she said in her book, which is why I criticized her for, like, how do you not read any of the text that's already here, like, Lesser Key of Solomon or something, or
Yeah, absolutely. I
something.
have so many. Yes, there I have ones that are and in fact I have the Lesser Key of Solomon, I have Norse Magic, I have actually one that's about dreams. I should make a list of some of the books that I read for you so that you can put that out there for your listeners and stuff, because there's some very, very good ones out there. I actually, one that I do have now, one of the best books on chaos magic, and it's called Stealing the Fire from Heaven. There's two books called Stealing the Fire from Heaven, but this is on chaos. It is really hard to obtain, but when you can get it, it's absolutely great. And it's there's some informative books out there that have so much knowledge. Dismiss it, and I don't think she really does her research or investigating. I think she might skim through things. I think she, more than anything, I think she Googles stuff, which, come on, you can't get. I just don't trust a whole lot of stuff you Google, because you're going to get 30 different Melindas. I said it. You're going to get 30 different people like that out there giving you bad advice.
Yeah.
Books were, to me, a book that has actually been published by a publishing house, not self-published, is going to be more credible for me,
Now, to
in my opinion.
now I will say this because she has a new book coming out, which is shocking, and she apparently is somewhat doing her research a bit more. I know that she has something to do with the Satanic Bible, and she has.
Oh God, but that's it. She like the LeVay. Oh my God, with LeVay, that is a great book. I will say a great book. It's hilarious. It's not if she's using it to. She has to say because, like anybody else that I know that's read it, it's like it's kind of just a fun book to read because it is kind of funny. Like you can't take it seriously.